Each afternoon, real setups are broken down with entry strategies and the technical reasoning behind every trade. This is today's best trade setups with verified investing.
Welcome to today's best trade setups. My name is Benjamin Poole, head trader here at verifiedinvesting.com. So if the markets are selling off, we get into some long levels where I provide them for you. If the markets are surging to the upside, I give you some shortable opportunities. In this video, I'm going to cover both of them. Not the entire market is surging to the upside. However, the SPY and the SOXX are continuing to push. So I've got some resistance levels. But Amazon and Microsoft are getting a little bit weaker, as well as Micron. And so if these do come into some good support levels, I have those for you available. First one we're going to go over is the SPY. So the S&P 500 filled this gap and is continuing the surge to the upside. Your next level of resistance that we're watching is going to be $748.17. This is going to be a key resistance level. If you're a little bit more aggressive, $747.68 is that first shortable level on the SP 500 or the SPY. But this is basically a key resistance level on the SPY. SOXX cleared this gap with ease. Look at this surge from the downside, from the bottom right here, from yesterday's lows all the way up. That is an 11% move to the upside. Busted through this gap in the charts. And here is the high end of the pivot sitting at $637.33. This is going to be a key resistance level. It's already hit twice today, and I still love this as a shortable level. If it does close above that on a 15-minute closing basis, you could look to stop out. Your next level of resistance, if it does end up getting above that, is going to be $638.47. So because it's already hit on that twice, if you're a little bit more conservative, you would wait for this red bar candle high to pierce and get all the way up to this high pivot at $638.47. Again, my level though is $637.33. Key resistance level, getting a little bit of a pullback off that. What I'm looking for is a retrace all the way back to this gap in the charts around $625.20. Microsoft. Well, I'm going to have to restore this connection. All right. Microsoft has a previous gap sitting right here in the charts. So my long level today is $365.46. This is going to be a lot of support now that we've gapped above it, came back in yesterday, dropped below it. This is telling us that there are a lot of buyers stepping up in this area on MSFT. If it does drop a little bit lower, you know you've got additional support at $362.77. So Microsoft, again, is staying a little bit weaker, still up on the day from the closing of yesterday. However, 365.46 is that long level for me today on a day trade basis. Amazon is staying a little bit weaker, slightly down on the day. You have a previous gap in the charts. As you see, had this nice bid to the upside yesterday, pulling back not substantially, but at least a little bit today. So $234.27 is that area of support on Amazon if we do get into this level. Your next level of support is going to be this gap sitting right here in the charts at $232.72. That's going to be a key support level as well. So if this first level gets blown through, you've got your next level of support just slightly lower. Again, $237.72. If it does drop a little bit lower, you still have this opening wide range red bar candle high at 232.07, and then a ton of support down to 226.50. Google is pushing up. So if we do get a little bit more of a surge now that we're already through this red bar candle high, inside of this red bar candle, you're going to have a lot of resistance at $357.95. If we can get that push to the upside, this is a great shortable level today. Nvidia is pushing up a little bit as well. So Nvidia is staying a little bit weaker than some of the other markets or the other semiconductors. We don't know which direction the semiconductors are going to end up playing out. So if we do get a rollback in the SOXX, Nvidia is likely to come back as well. It's going to be one of the things inside of the SOXX. If it drops, we have a support level. If it continues to rally to the upside, we have a resistance level. because we never know which direction the markets are going to go. Shortable level is sitting right here at 200.08. My stop out level for this is any 15-minute closing candle above this high, then you would exit the trade. But as you can see, we're still, we've got a little bit of weakness in the Nvidia chart. So 194.97 is still a nice gap that needs to be filled. And if it does get into that level today, then all of a sudden it triggers an opportunity for us to go long. AMAT, restore this connection, having a second surge to the upside. Look at this move from the lows, $620 all the way up to $733. And this is just in 3 days. The shortable level today on AMAT is sitting at $750.45. If it does get up to this level, this is my shortable level. And again, if a closing candle on a 15-minute closing basis does get above there, then that could be your stop out level. If you don't mind dollar cost averaging into this, then you would look to dollar cost average every $7 to $8 up and wait for a pullback, get your break even, take some off, and then look for selling pressure or continued selling pressure in this stock of AMAT. All right, next one is Micron. Like I was mentioning, Micron's staying a little bit weaker. It's down slightly on the day. It did get back down to this green bar candle open. However, now we're getting a little bit of a push. So we're kind of putting in a little doji candle. So we have to identify where support is. $1,099.54 is that support level on MU. If we can get a sell-off in the markets, that is going to be a key support level. If it does break below that and the markets continue to sell off, you've got this secondary level of support at $1,048.50. But this would be a stop out level on a 15-minute closing basis. Then you would exit that trade on MU and then look for additional support. And that would be, again, at 1,048.51. If we go up a little bit higher, I have this previous gap in the charts as well as this gap in the charts sitting at $1,213. Right now, we're trading in kind of no man's land where you don't have any advantage shorting this or going long. Now, if we do get above 1145.33 and the markets are continuing to push, that could be an entry price if you're a momentum trader, because then all of a sudden we're going to head up a little bit higher, and I would look to exit around 1162.91. Now, this is not my style of trading. I don't trade momentums. I look for where the potential reversals are going to happen, where there's people stuck in trades. And if we're extended to the upside and we're into some resistance, then you could take advantage of all of the fear of them getting back and stopping out of a trade so that way they can break even. And that's where you're likely to reverse. Doesn't happen all the time, like SOXX right now is continuing to push. However, eventually the sellers will come out, and then that's what triggers the selling pressure. On the downside, there will be a lot of people who wish they would have gotten into a particular trade. So if people get, or if price action gets into a key support level, there will likely be a lot of people who end up buying that at that specific level. And that's why we can take advantage of a bounce. All right, let's jump into our next chart. SanDisk. SanDisk is pushing up a little bit higher today as well. Good surge from this gap in the charts at 1914.46. Look at this move. This was a 16% move to the upside. So what we do, identify where potentially people are stuck in the trade. This high pivot point, as well as this green bar candle, you got to think that there are a ton of people who were thinking that this was, now that it is above all-time highs, this is going to keep going up. So once it gets close to their break even, they're looking to exit the trade. And that is why we will likely on a technical basis get a pullback off of $2,256.11. Another thing that we're monitoring as well, turn on the logarithmic charts, this upsloping trend line. With the logarithmic charts turned on, we have not broken below this upsloping trend line. So technically, this upsloping trend line is still support. And so if you're long, you're waiting for this to break. If it does and makes a continuation move to the downside, then all of a sudden you can exit this. But right now, SanDisk is still a monster, but you still have some resistance levels coming up if we get another push. Now, Logitech. Logitech had a nice reversal today, had a nice sell-off, closed yesterday right here around $98.63. Look at all of the support on LOGI. Ton of support in this area. If we could get a sell-off, $90.44 is that first level of support, all the way down to about $86.67. So this is my long level today. If we can get another bid to, or surge to the downside, 90.44, ton of support in this area. Right now, could be putting in a temporary bottoming tail. We'll have to wait and see what that does. But starting to get into some really key support levels on LOGI, or Logitech International. All right, that's what I have for you guys. Keep your eyes on what's going on in the markets. Could be a lot of window dressing and a lot of window undressing. And so if you don't know what that means, go ahead and Google that. There are a lot of institutions on these beaten up names. They look to exit, so that way they're not getting stuck showing their investors that, oh my gosh, I'm in a really beaten up stock. And then window dressing is if you have these momentum plays, they want to show that's on their records saying, hey, look at what we're in. We're in these SanDisks, we're in these Microns, we're in these Intels. And that is why you can see it's continued upsell or up pressure in the markets, because it's the end of the quarter. And that's what's likely going on in the markets right now. So that's what I have for you guys. I do have a special for you. Let me go ahead and turn on the media assets right here. If you scan that QR code, it'll take you to verifiedinvesting.com. And it'll also take you to where you can save up to 40% on a lot of the education that we as traders have built our base for trading in those courses. So you want to take advantage of them, learn how to trade on your own, so that way you can set yourself up for life. And that's what I have for you guys. Please make sure you're smashing that like button. Go ahead and subscribe and then ring that bell so you get notified when these videos drop. And we'll see you next time on the charts. You guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.